Okay, so hopefully this is going to be the definitive cut. I did delete that try too. I just did it. I know I just did it because like you can see on the iPads, you can see your uh, most recent video, photo, whatever the hell, and I knew I had deleted that video. So for those of you who don't know, I do delete the videos. I'm out of storage otherwise, and I have no real reason to keep it. I will do a month haul. Actually, now I do that. I'll do the end of the month hauls. So no reason to um, be all upset about deleting a video. Of course, if I had to delete my first video or a video where I didn't have, sometimes I'll be upset, especially the streams. Okay, so why didn't I go last week? Well, I was supposed to go on Thursday, Saturday, maybe Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Thursday, I got no ride. Saturday, my idiot brain didn't register that, hey, this movie theater we're going to see, we saw Shang-Chi, this movie theater is right next to the mall. And my brain never registered that maybe after the movies we go to the mall. Because we're supposed to we're going to go out to lunch after. We did. We went out to lunch after, right next to the nearest restaurant too. So no excuse not to go to the mall. And of course I didn't bring my wallet, and I would have gone because I had a buy one get one half off for trades. But I had weekly books to get, single issue weekly books to get, and I get my 20% off sticker on those, and I need that in order to get the 20% off from the single issue weekly comics. Yeah, and another reason why I'm really angry, annoyed with getting weekly books, and I'm gonna really stop getting them after a while. Once the series I'm on are over, except for a few, because some of them are ongoing, I'm gonna stop getting them completely. But then Sunday, Monday it was too much going on, and Monday was just Monday. So today, Wednesday, I finally got to go, and because I went a week late, I haven't gotten paid this week yet. It's last week's and the previous week's monies. So I'll be going next week, hopefully, if all goes well. I'll go next week as per usual. So I'll have at least two visits this month. At least, hopefully. Okay, so now it's the weekly books. Good amount of books for weekly books. Actually, only 2 trades, which is usually the amount I get. So, when I got 4 trades that one day, I was like, oh my god, this is so awesome. And yeah, they did not have the buy one get one half off, but it wouldn't have been the total because the one of the trades was much cheaper. The total would not have been any different that much. You'll see why. Okay, Refrigerator Full of Heads, issue 1. This is a sequel to Basket Full of Heads, written by Joe Hill. That Basket Full of Heads is written by Joe Hill. This is not. This is written by Rio Yorez. I don't know why this wasn't written by Joe Hill. The first one, Basket Full of Heads, I just want to reiterate that. It's in case I said the wrong thing. Just in case I said the wrong thing. But then this one's written by Yours, and I don't know why Joe Hill couldn't have come back. Kind of made no sense to me. Dark Age, so I don't know if I'll be good or not. The artist is different too, but I'm never usually, unless the art is terrible, it actually is a Captain Marvel book I'll be reviewing tomorrow, maybe, that had terrible artwork for its last issue. But, this one, I flipped through it. This does not seem to have terrible artwork. In fact, it looks to be very similar to the original artwork. But yeah, the Basket Full of Heads was so damn good. But it's probably so damn good because it's written by Joe Hill, who's a very good author. Rio Yorez, I know nothing about. Hell, this could very well be their first comic. I'm saying their because I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, and not because I care about that. No, not because I care about misgendering somebody, but just because I'm like, there, it's her. It's Dark Ages issue 2. This is written by Tom Taylor. This is supposed to be more like DCeased than his politics heavy book, like Only Wolverine. Kind of funny that she's on the cover. I'm pretty sure it got good reviews, but at the very least, everyone was excited to get that series because of the fact that it would be a good Tom Taylor book because the premise sounded interesting. I think it's basically Marvel Zombies again, but a different kind of Marvel Zombies. Not following the same storyline as Marvel Zombies, 1, 2, and 3, and 4 did. I think it's actually 5 now. 6 if you count the Resurrection one. I think 8 if you include the stupid spin-offs. 14, honestly, total. Deadpool, Black, White, and Blood, issue 3 of 4. I think after this one, it's going to be either Venom or Thor. I think it's Venom. Because I remember saying something about, oh, the movie's coming out, so perfect timing. Even though the movie's already out. And as you can see, issue 4 hasn't even come out yet for Deadpool. And they don't do the same time. They'll do once Deadpool Volume 4 comes out, at least a week, at the very least, a week later, the next one will come out. A Nice House in the Lake, issue 5. This is James Tynion. Time will tell if this is going to end before issue 12. It's supposed to be 12 issues, but that was before Jason Aaron. That was before James Tynion left for Substack. Left DC for Substack. It's kind of annoying. I wish at the very least, he'd finished the books he was on. Batman is different. Batman's an ongoing, but this is only going to be 12 issues. He may finish all 12 issues, but everyone's kind of don't hold your breath on him finishing all 12 issues. Batman the Imposter, book 1. I thought this was going to be the album size Black Label DC book, but it's not. I mean, it's a good price. I mean, it's probably $6.99 if it was album size. It's only $5.99. It's a pretty thick book. See, this makes sense why it's as expensive as it is. Still kind of doesn't, and this honestly should be $3.99. That should be when it gets to $3.99. These single issues, books, especially books like this that they use the same paper for the cover they do for the inside of the book, should be $2. $2. People have said that they can be $2 and still make their money back if they actually wrote good stories. Batman the Imposter. And another Batman book, Batman the Audio Adventure Special. This is a one-shot 80-page giant for $10. This should be $7.99. No reason why it shouldn't be. Oh, Wonder Woman. That is what I was supposed to get. And I probably had it too. The 100-page giant thing, but I wouldn't have had enough money with the other 2 books I got. 2 trades rather. Batman the Audio Adventures 80-page giant. $10 one. Sorry, this is based off the podcast series on HBO Max. Now, you might be wondering why I got the book that's based off of something that came out before. Well, that's because I'm not going to read the podcast. At least for Injustice, I'm going to play the video games. I might break my rule and get Injustice. At least read them at least get the library copy of them, because they have the first 2 omnibuses at my Angel Loans. And time will tell if it's actually available, because sometimes it says it's available, but it's available at a library that won't cooperate with my library for Angel Loans, or any library for that matter. Angel Loans, for those of you who don't know, is I can get books from all the libraries in the state that cooperate with my library, which is really nice. So I don't have to just rely on one place. I can rely on all of them, or most of all of them. And then finally, for the I shouldn't say finally. Are you afraid that this is for the weekly books? Are you afraid of Darkseid? For this is their 80-page giants. I think it's 80 pages at least. It's a one shot. This is their anthology holiday specials. I always like when they do that. I think they're all Darkseid stories. Analyst Station. Oh, is that one story? No. Yeah, I shouldn't. Let's see. I'll do it after. But after I'm done going through the rest of the books, we'll go over who's writing these stories. See if it's anybody good. Radiance Black issue 7 and issue 8. And then Radiant Black of Volume 1, collecting the first 6 issues. That was such a nice. Also, $10. So that's why I said I wouldn't have saved a whole lot of money if it was buy one get one half off, because this would have only been $5. And I also got. Also, this one's written by Kyle Higgins. Radiant Black is, I really like Kyle Higgins' writing. I loved his Nightwing run. In fact, this guy on the cover of issue 7 of Radiant Black looks a hell of a lot like Nightwing at first glance. Of course, you look at him for long enough, it looks very different, but at first glance, it looks like a lot like Nightwing. But Nightwing, I really like the Kyle Higgins run. And this seems to have gotten good reviews. And finally, the final book, trade, single issue, whatever, the Victories Omnibus, written by Michael Avon Omen. I know nothing about this series, other than the fact that Goodreads did not like the trades. So this collects the first 4 trade volumes, the first 4 volumes of this series in trade forms. You get what I'm saying. Collects the Victories trade paperbacks, volumes 1 through 4. I don't know why did Siri turn on for no reason? Siri just I don't say hey Siri, it just turns on for no reason. I just said hey Siri and didn't turn on. See? Oh, now it did. Oh, now it did. Yeah, Siri's possessed apparently. Anyways, so this collects the first 4 volumes of Victories. Now the volumes got a 3.2, 3.3, and very low scores, but it was only because 3 people reviewed them, and if you put that into average, it's gonna be a low score. I think it was more than that. It was just not a lot of people reviewing it. It was just one thing I really hate about Goodreads and a lot of other review sites is that you can just give like a 5 score, like a 5 out of 5, a 3 out of 5, and not review it. So it can be anybody, you can just throw in a score for no reason, And it's like, you should at least explain why you gave the score that you did. Just giving it a 3 out of 5, that can mean anything. In fact, Goodreads, sometimes people will give a score a 3 out of 5, and they'll have nothing bad to say about it. When you give a score a 3 out of 5, that means you had something bad to say about the book. And that's also why I don't like a out of 5 score, because 3 out of 5 is a lot different than 4 out of 5. Whereas 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 is not a whole lot different than 9 out of 10. Both meant they were good. Both scores are good scores. If a movie gets an 8 out of 10, I'm still going to see it. I'm still going to see it. 9 out of 10, I'll obviously see it. But either way, I'll still see the movie. Even 7 out of 10. But 3 out of 5, I'm not going to get that book. 4 out of 5, I will. And 3.5, it's so annoying with out of 5 scores. It's such a small area. Such a small bracket, I guess you'd say. But anyways, the premise looked interesting. It's the co-creator of Powers. Not Brian Michael Bendis, but again, this guy, that Brian Avon Omen. I think that's how you say his last name. The artwork looks pretty good too. Someone complained the artwork was kind of bad at points, but I don't see it. Doesn't look that bad. But yeah, that's about it for that. So let's go through these, and then that'll be it. See who writes these stories. Okay, so. Don't know him. So Dennis McNichols writes a lot. Does he write all of them? Nope. Ike someone or other. No, he writes every one of them. Yep. I mean, some he's co-authored with, but yeah, almost all of these Dennis guy writes them. So Dennis must have been the. Actually, I wonder if it was just those 2 guys that were part of that Batman podcast. Explain a lot. Elliot Kalon, don't know him. Don't know Kent Porter. Don't know. Oh, Rob Gugliori. He did Chew, artist. But Calvin Kasluki, I don't even know his name. Don't even know how to say his name properly. Dave, don't know his I can't even say that last name. That's really hard to pronounce. Ed Brisson. Terry Elias. Yeah, I don't know any of these writers. But no Vita Ayala and no usual suspects for bad writers, so. But no good writers either that I know are going to be good writers. I'm not saying they're all bad writers. I'm just saying no writers that I recognize. But that's fine. If I had to sacrifice a good writer to have no Vita... Actually, Ed Brisson's a good writer. But if I had to sacrifice good writers for no Vita Ayala... Or no. If I just sacrifice no names for Vita Ayala... For no Vita Ayala, that's fine. You know what I'm saying. I'm so stuttering. Alright. That is it. In 14 minutes, so I'll end it now.